So moving on to the rodents, first topic, rat bite fevers. So over the rat bite fever, you already know very well. Rat bite fever is an infectious disease that can be caused by two different bacteria. Streptobacillary rat bite fever is caused by Streptobacillus moniliformis. Particularly, you can able to see in North America, while spirally rabbit bite fever or Sudoku is caused by Spirillum minus and occurs mostly in Asia. People usually get the disease from infected rodents or consumption of contaminated food or water, which is called Sudoku. If not treated, rabbit bite fever can be a serious or even fatal disease. You know very well, this more commonly you can able to see in contaminated uh, or congested areas, in closed living environment, or more crowded areas like urban slums, like in the rural areas where the crops, fields were there, been able to identify. Rat bite fever. The bacteria responsible for rat bite fever is found in the mouth, nose, and respiratory tract of many rats. And sometimes infection from the bite can be fatal. So the rat is carrying the microorganism in their mouth or in their nose or in the respiratory tract. So where they can easily spread the infection with the help of the contaminated food. By washing their urine or saliva or by feces, they can easily spread. So rat bite fever. This rat bite fever is an acute febrile human illness caused by bacteria transmitted by rodents or rats or mice in most cases, which is caused from rodent to human via the rodent urine or mucus or secretions. Okay, and sometimes you can able to see that rat used to bite the individual also. Any person who is exposed to the bacteria that cause rat bite fever is at risk of getting the diseases. Some people who may be at risk includes those who live in rat infested building. So this is more common in our India. Then have pet rats at their home. Then work with rats in laboratories or pet stores. The infected rodents spread the disease. It is a rare disease spread by infected rodents and can be caused by two specific type of bacteria. What are the two specific type of bacteria? The first one is Spirillum minus. The second one is, the Spirillum minus. Spirillum minus is a short gram-negative spiral organism, 3 to 5 microns. So strains with Giemsa strain, dark field microscope usually, or this is useful to visualize the microorganism. Same like it is, looks like a spiral shape. We can able to see clearly with a Giemsa strain where they use a dark field to identify the microorganism. Not cultured, can be isolated by inoculating the specimen intraperitoneally into microscope. So here they can able to, not culturing this one, but they can able to isolate it, the specimen for visualization. This is about Spirillum minus, which is present in the rat mouth, nose, or respiratory tract. Next, the rat bite fever, geographical area, most cases occurs in Japan, but specific strains of the disease are present in the United States, Europe, Australia, and Africa. Some cases are diagnosed after patients were exposed to the urine or bodily secretions of an infected animals. So moving on to the main concept of the signs and symptoms. Symptoms does not manifest for 2 to 4 weeks after exposure to the organism, and the wound through which it entered exhibits slow healing and marked inflammation. The fever lasts longer and is recurring. For months, in some cases, rectal pain and gastrointestinal symptoms are less severe or absent. So, over this concept, if you're seeing, so here, symptoms do not manifest for, it is not present for 2 to 4 weeks after exposure. Okay. Then slowly the individual exhibits the healing and marked inflammation. So the inflammation will be present for the individual. So here, what are the concept are there? The individual will have fever, last longer. Okay. At the same time, this fever was recurring. So recurrently, this will be present for months. So fever which was present for months in some cases. The next you can able to see the individual is having a rectal pain. Then the individual is having a gastrointestinal symptoms like nausea, vomiting, irritation, stomach pain. Okay, this all will be present. The next, the individual usually have a common treatment that is called penicillin. These are the signs and symptoms. Usually there will be no signs and symptoms for 2 to 4 weeks, or some individual may express or expect that slow healing as well as inflammatory process is present. Then fever present for a month in some cases. Then rectal pain and gastrointestinal symptoms like vomiting, stomach pain, then diarrhea. All these things will be present. Okay. Next, Streptobacillus moniflorum. Then second microorganism is Streptobacillus moniliformis. So symptoms depends on bacteria that caused the infection. Symptoms due to Streptobacillus moniliformis may include chills, fever, joint pain, redness, or swelling, rashes. So the second bacteria which is responsible to produce the disease, this used to have a signs and symptoms of chills, then fever, joint pain, then redness or swelling of rashes. This will be present. So you can able to see these areas where the child is having the rashes. Okay. Then you can able to see this entire hand is having the swelling. You can able to see this entire area the child is having the swelling. Okay. Spirometers symptoms due to spirometers may include. So here what are the symptoms will be present for the individual. So symptoms may include, the first one is fever. Then along with the fever you can able to identify chills. The next, sore at the site of bite. The next in signs and symptoms is the rash, which is red or purple plague. Then swollen lymph nodes. Swollen lymph nodes. This you can able to identify. Like example, you can able to see this area the rat has been bite in this area. Then these areas you can able to identify the rashes. Clear. So common signs and symptoms, if you are taking common signs and symptoms are fever, chills, then rashes, then inflammation, then GI disturbances. Okay. Then streptobacillosis. The streptobacillosis form the rat bite fever is known by the alternative name that is Haverhill fever, an epidemic arthritic erythema. It is a severe disease caused by Streptobacillus moniliformis, transmitted either by the rat bite or ingestions of contaminated products. So this is another name which is particularly produced by Streptobacillosis, that is called Haverhill fever. Haverhill fever. Okay. Then Streptobacillus, after an incubation period of 2 to 10 days, it takes 2 to 10 days, the Haverhill fever begins with high prostrating this will begin with a high prostrating fever. Here the fever will be high, prostrating fevers will be present. The next, the rigor, that is shivering, is present for the individual. The next you can able to see headache. The next, arthralgia, joint pain. So these are the signs and symptoms we can able to identify. The incubation period is 2 to 10 days. Okay. So along with that, you can able to identify the rashes. Then maculopapular, flat red with bumps, or petechial, that is red or purple spots, and arthritis of large joints can be seen. The organism can be cultivated in blood or articulature fluid. Blood or articulated fluid. So this is another signs and symptoms, particularly by Haverhill fever. Transmission. So these particular microorganisms are transmitted as a part of the normal respiratory flora of rats or rodents. Either organism may be transmitted to humans through bites or scratches. Then infection can also result from handling an infected rodents, even with no reported bite or scratches, or injection of food or drink contaminated with these bacteria. Rats are considered the natural reservoir of rat bite fever, but the bacterium has also been found in other rodent species such as mice, gerbils. Person to person transmission has not been reported. So only possibility are the transmitted from the rodents. Then pathogenesis. Pathogenesis, if you are seeing, the manus enters the body through rat urine. Incubation period is 1 to 4 weeks. Clinically present with swelling of lymph nodes near the site of bite. Then along with that, fever and rashes. Then severe illnesses can include infections involves the heart, endocarditis, myocarditis, pericarditis. If not treated, left untreated, then that will lead to severe problem. The severe problems are endocarditis. That is all the 3 layers of the cardiac muscles are all the 3 layers of the cardiac layers are infected. Then infection involves the brain, that is meningitis. Once it is completed the circulation, it will involve the CNS. The next infection involving the lungs, pneumonia. Then abscess in the internal organs. Then while death from rat bite fever is rare, it can occur if it is goes untreated. Along with that, the condition is changing. Diagnosis. How we can able to diagnose this condition is diagnosed by detecting the bacteria in skin, blood, joint fluid, or lymph nodes. Blood antibody test may also be used. So the diagnosis is done taking the sample from the skin or blood or joint fluid or lymph node. The skin, particularly where the uh, rashes or the fluids which will be removed, or the pus which is removed from the rashes. Then blood, then joint fluid, then lymph nodes. Other methods of diagnosis are streptobacillary rat bite fever. Blood or joint fluid is extracted and the organism living in it are cultured. Diagnosis for spirally rat bite fever is by direct visualization or culture of the spirillum from blood smears and tissue from lesions or lymph nodes by isolating them from the blood. Easily they can able to visualize. So this is mainly about the rat bite fever. Then prevention. So how we can able to prevention? Already we had what are the common prevention we can able to do. So we want to see that there is no vaccine for this disease, but we can able to keep the environment clean, and we want to be away from the these rodents. And the rodents has to be hygienic. If a pet animal has been handled by you, you has to maintain the hygiene of the pet animal. Regular checkup of the pet animal you has to found. If any wounds are there, the wound has to be cleansed and the antiseptic has to be applied. Then reduction of risk of rat bite has to be present. Okay, by using these things. Then avoid contact with rats if it is a pet animal. So improve condition to minimize rodent contact with humans in the best preventable measures for the rat bite fever. Then another prevention, animal handler, laboratory worker, then sanitations and spare worker must take special precaution against exposure. Wild rodents, dead or alive, should not be touched, and pet must not be allowed to ingest rodents. Those living in the inner cities where overcrowding and poor sanitation cause rodent problem are at risk for rat bite fever. So sanitation is another one important factor. Then half of all cases reported are children under 12 living in this and crowded areas. These are more common in urban slums and unhygienic areas or open sanitation facilities were present. Then treatment. Response to penicillin and antibiotic are were allergic to this erythromycin or tetracyclines were used. That is a broad spectrum antibiotics are more helpful in reducing the spread of the disease as well as the infections, and recovering from the disease or from the infection. So this is about rat bite fever. In today's class, we saw rat bite fever, about 2 microorganisms are responsible and what are the common signs and symptoms for them. Then their incubation period, one takes weeks and one takes 2 to 10 days. Okay. The next, how they can be diagnosed and how they can be prevented and what is the common treatment for them. Thank you.